cause this world's not blurry. From comics to movies, he's got it all. He's an outpost nerd living in a geeky world with his lightsaber shining. He's a Star Wars swirl through galaxies and adventures. He'll take you there, take you there. He's an outpost nerd, no one can compare. Nerd power. Yeah, he's the king of nerds, catching out there.
Welcome, my nerd geeks and dweebs, to another transmission from the Outpost Nerd. I hope everyone is having a good Saturday night. I am the nerd of the Outpost. So this is a little impromptu, spur of the moment stream. I've been having a rough few days actually. So I wanted to stream, and I thought I'd play some Fallout Shelter, a little base building survival Fallout themed game, and I thought, why not stream it? I'm bored, and so I thought I'd play some games tonight. Oh, right off the bat, fire alert! Yeah, this game, it's one of those mountain-based survival games, but it's skinned like Fallout. We've seen tons of these. We collect this energy while it's there. You basically you build your own vault, and you survive, and you gather survivors. So, and up here you have your energy, food, water, and pretty good on food and water right now. It's the energy I'm always messing up on. So I got three power plants just hanging out, just playing some games. I got a mission to the wasteland waiting to go, so let's do that. I don't know why I've had these bouts that last 2-3 days of just utter depression. And days where I can't do anything. You must be Vault Dweller sitting to help us out. Adam be praised. Yeah, this is a Church of Adam kind of mission. They basically yeah, I've been playing Fallout 4 too. This is just a smaller game that I play sometimes. I'll play this and listen to shows and streams like Shelly or Nick. I'll be playing this while they're talking. Hey, cool gamer, how's it going? But let's see. We have, why is the circuit board so precious? Whose brother will? Are you going to help us find it? Let's see what they want it so bad. So just, I don't really have anything to look forward to. I mean, I'm in the middle of another job hunt, which seems to never end. And when is your what does that say when therapy is the one you look forward to? Let's see what goodies we got in this room. Laser pistol, that's good. It's coming in and out. The game looks a little choppy on the stream end, but that might be, my internet. Only got one bar of internet. Don't have any baddies in this room. Let's see downstairs. Let's go down. Take the elevator down to the next level. Let's see what's gonna pop up here. And we have giant mole rats. It's no problem for my guys. Let's see. Did I? Ah, shoot. And rataways to my parties when I go hunting. Hope we get some in a room or two. Let's see what's got back here. Got some rataway. That's good. That'll help a little bit. No, if I can only find some stim packs. And more mole rats. Come on. I've been playing this game on and off for a few years, but I just started a new vault a few days ago. The connection is so bad. No, more junk. Might have to give this one up. Because, okay, rad roaches. Those are easy but nasty guys. They can give you radiation sickness. Caps. That's always good. Oh, come on. Give me some. Give me some. So, I saw there's a new season of Velma that came out this week, and I'm thinking, oh, the fact that that show got a second season just proves to me that Hollywood would rather push an agenda, push their views, than make any money, because that's the first season, probably from the group. I thought I'd seen our missing brother Will and tried to find him. It was in the end, it was a huge mole rat standing on its hind legs. What can you tell us about the Easter? That is coming. Also, it's time when the daylight is saved. Praise Adam. More caps, damn it. Let's see. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'm going to have to restart this one. Yeah, let's give up. I forgot to add mud. I'm I'm just tired, guys. I'm tired. And even then, it's not like gather my resources while I'm talking. It's not a physical. It's like I'm not sleepy. I'm just tired is the only word I can give it. I see. Okay, where's this? There's an event where the mysterious stranger can pop up in any room in your shelter. I missed him. I just saw him last second. He was in one of the elevators right here. One of these two elevators. The nurse came out to the house to check on you. He said, you're doing better, and they brought you. Oh, that's good. That's great to hear, Suzanne. I'm That's great. Therapy session till Wednesday. Might, I don't know. I've been 3 times already. We've talked about certain like some stuff. I'm just I don't know if it's gonna do any good or just another fire. These events, these little things can happen randomly, and they drain a little bit of your resources. You got to make sure you've got your resources collected. Let's see. Someone, I'm not taking anything, and I think that's part of the problem. I can't afford anything. My doctor years ago had me on Wellbutrin, and I had no Trintellix. It was back when Trintellix first came out, and I had such a reaction to it. We had to find something else. Um, I've talked about before taking medicine and having a bad reaction to it. I came on Trintellix. I was really photosensitive. The sunlight was just too much for me. Even like I was in college at the time when I was on this, and even the like lights from in the classrooms were too much for me. I couldn't get full. I mean, I'd eat a whole calzone from a pizza place in town, and I'd still be hungry. And then the scariest thing happened. I was in I was in our theater, and I was walking down the hallway from stage left to right backstage, and the entire hallway, it was one of those cinder block hallways, flipped on its side. I don't know if that was vertigo. I don't know what it was, but I called my doctor the next day and told her I can't I can't do this. I cannot function on this medicine. And we tried to find something else. I wonder if I'll have to look up Concentra. I wonder if that's available in the States. I know you're in Maple Leaf Land, so but let's see, how long do they have to get back? Almost 5 hours. Damn it. I waited all day to do that too. Um I've told my counselor I know something is wrong up here in my head. I'm at Fexor. I've never heard of that. I took Ritalin as a kid. I had a doctor once when I was in my 20s. I was trying to enlist in the military. I was losing weight, working out. Ritalin for autism. I was seeing a doctor, and after the very first session, he wanted me to put me on medicine. Now he knew what I was trying to do. He knew what my goals were, and let's see if I can rush. Okay, where? Oh, I just heard the music. Where are you? Let's see. Oh, I always catch him at the last second. He was right here as a little shadowy figure. Um, yeah, my doctor wanted me to after our very first session be put on medicine. And if you're on certain medicines, it's an instant disqualification from military service. And I told him at the time, I said, "Hey, can we hold off on that? Because we just started. We don't know if it calls for medicine." And at the time, I had two very dear friends of mine. Their oldest son would get sick every so often. He'd get serious migraines, and he'd be bedridden for days. And it turned out he was over medicated. His doctor would try him on different medications, and none of them would help. And then they went for a second opinion, and their new doctor said, "Yeah, he's over medicated." And after that, after they took him off of over half his medicines, they found he wasn't getting nearly as sick, and now he's nearly graduating from Troy State University in the marching band, still in the marching band, doing great. Hey, Thomas, thanks for being here. I will have to look into Ritalin more, but I found that Adderall is a chemical that our bodies make normally in very tiny quantities for our neural communication, but it extremely harks like acid too. But shit, Raiders. Let's see. And here's another thing: you can have Raiders every so often. You have an event where Raiders come and attack and bust your vault door in, and they can attack and steal resources. So I try to keep one or two settlers up here in the vault door, but the ones I usually keep up there are the ones returning from the failed raid. Come on, go over one more. There you go. There you go. You can get resources, special caps, and special items from raiders when they come in, and when you unalive them. There, let's see how much. I wish you could tell how much health the raiders have. I just get during spring, and when the pollen just over the last few years has really bothered me. So like I'll be outside. See, I got a new piece of clothing. I'll be outside and someone will be mowing their grass, and the next thing I know, I'm in bed with a migraine and coughing and sneezing for the rest of the day. It's ridiculous. I need to get some see, yep. I need to get some Claritin or some. They have to combine it with acidic like alkaline substance to make a small salt version. And those things screw with the factors, damaging them in such killing functions in the cell, sadly. See, we didn't have a very harsh winter down here. So I don't know about that. I mean, our also the doses they give you for Adderall is based on body weight and not the neural function needs. So when people see you're giving 1,000, if not 1,000 times more than the body would ever. Yeah, maybe. when I want to say when I took Trintellix, my doctor started me on 1,200 milligrams. So it was a lot just to start off, and so so that was a lot. I talked to doctor or pharmacy friends, and they couldn't believe that I was starting on that much just to start off on. And let's see, I'm gonna rush. Well, you have an option to rush, which means you just make your resource rooms run faster, and you have a chance of failing that and causing a fire or an event triggering an event. Let's see. I'm good on food. My food is. Let's put you over there and get that one going. So let's rush. Let's see if I can. There, see, you have a 32% of an instant happening. So let's see. How my luck holds out. See, there we go. And see, you have. Let's see. You have objectives here. So you craft 5 weapons. I don't have a weapons crafting room yet, and you get one a day to. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Where are you, mysterious stranger? Yep, I'm gonna miss him. Yep. Let's go back there. Oh nope, that's the rooms builder. I can't craft any weapons left, and I can't right now replace this one. I can send 6 dwellers to the done once. Camp connection, and I had to successfully rush 12 rooms, which I just did. I just showed you all that. Yeah, so I need to do that 8 more times. And you get caps and lunch boxes full of gear and resources and stuff. It's really interesting. It takes a lot of aspects from the other games and translates them really well here. Let's see, training up a couple of my settlers. The mold spores and pollen you could get rid of with a device I stole the idea from hospitals. Use UFC sterilization lamps and an air circulation system. Also kills viral bacterial cells in the air. Also, one benefit, it breaks down some chemicals that are dispersed from spray paint fumes too. UFC lights that can make ozone also breaks down tons of other things. Trick is slowing the airflow down. So I noticed we got 4 viewers, just only 2-3 people in chat. Who? How many lurkers I got? Let's see what you got to say again, Thomas. What else you got to say? Come on. Damn, yeah, when I got to my needed dosage, I was taking only 5 milligrams a day of Ritalin and 10 milligrams of Adderall. I could not picture things in my head when I was on downstroke of my ADHD. Yeah, I remember. I remember those days. And it's like usually when I don't get sick, but when I do, it is hospital worthy. There's only been twice I've got pneumonia twice in my life. One when I was in middle school. We went to Williamsburg it was my first band trip in 7th grade. We went to Williamsburg and I got really sick. I mean, I remember I want to go back so I can actually visit and enjoy the colonial villages and all the attractions. I remember going to Jamestown, going through the museums portion, and you walk out and then you're on the battlefield and everything. I had to stay inside, and I ended up just laying on a bench while my class and everyone was out there. And then Let's see. Pretty sure mine was excessive aspartame consumption for years. Something people don't get is that aspartame is an analog for stuff in Adderall, but it's backwards, so the stuff floats in the bloodstream, triggering reuptake of the body, shutting down the NEU. RAL function until it is gone from our system. Interesting. But, then a few years ago, I got pneumonia after the hurricane, and it felt like a rock was right, like in the bottom of my throat. I couldn't breathe, couldn't lay down without choking. Till one day I started hyperventilating and couldn't breathe, and I ended up going to the emergency room thinking, oh, I'll be waiting for like an hour or two, and go up to the desk, sign in. The lady asked me, he's like, what's wrong, honey? Typical country, as Shelly would say, honey. She calls me, and I said, I could barely talk. I had to whisper. And I say to her, I can't breathe. And they had me back in an instant. Within 2 minutes, I was back there. There he is, sitting at the overseer's desk. See, and then I got 349 caps. Kurtz. And doctor said that it. Oh, let's see. It could have my pneumonia was almost life threatening. It really, holy crap. Crap. Jesus. All these rooms catching fire at once. What is going on here? Hey, Lady Autumn. Yeah, catch up when you can. We're just shooting the breeze and talking. And I remember sitting. They had me in the hallway on a bed. Jesus, all these rooms catching fire at once. I don't know what was going on here. And I remember having a coughing fit, and it was one of those awful, like, wet coughs where you feel like you're gonna choke on just phlegm. And I remember having a fit. Heard a nurse. She said, "Oh, that sounds awful." And I'm thinking, yeah, why else would I be in the emergency room right now? I think it costs between I think $13,000 for just like 2-hour visit. Okay, are we done with the fire yet? Jesus, go back. And I didn't know how it was paid for, but I had to. I mean, and it's bad for me when I say I have to go to the hospital. It's bad. But I'm talking a few months later. I'm talking with a collection agency from out in up in, I think, Chicago or Illinois, somewhere around there. And working with her on a collection plan. And I get this letter from the hospital saying some anonymous charity has come in and paid the medical bills of Hurricane Michael victims. Because like I said, this is only I think a year after Hurricane Michael, so 2019, 2020, somewhere around that. And my bill was paid in full. $13,000 just paid for. So I got lucky if I picked a good time to get sick and have to go to the hospital. Let's see what else we need. Food. Let me put food people back up there, and that is A. So let's see. See, you have outfits that increases your special stats, and I needed something that increases A. So let's strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility. Let's see. Let's see. Just combat armor. That should be fine. Heal you up. Here you have a list of all your dwellers. I have 38 out of 34 dwellers. Hey, you're caught up. Good. We're just shooting shit. I have recently heard that B3 deficiency is responsible for about 80 to 92% all the ADHD symptoms in people either lack of it in diet or something we need to use that is missing. I have not had a chance to try it yet though, but I'm going to see if it helps as I still have issues with my ADHD, even if it's not as bad now that I had not had aspartame for about 5 or 6 years. Yeah, okay, I'll look into that too. So it's B3. Yeah, I'll look into that. But let's see. See, it has your. Let's see. Those fires took a lot out of my dwellers, so let's cure them. Okay, good. Collect my stuff. But let's not do that yet. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna leave him here for now. But I'm just I don't know what are you supposed to do when you I don't know why I clicked that. What are you supposed to do when you don't know how to move on? You don't know what the next step you're supposed to take is. I'm having trouble resting. I'm having I can get plenty of sleep. I usually get 6 or 7 hours of sleep a night. I'll usually fall asleep to Nick streams. I'll fall asleep to this.
Take on me. Take on me. Take me on.
See, people say, "Oh, Nick's gotten crazy." No, Nick has always been a little crazy. And for those of us who've watched him for years, we've just seen the craziness increase.
That's going to be. Oh, Jesus Christ!
But Nick is a good guy. I think. Just I don't agree with him on everything. I don't agree with anyone on anything. I don't agree with his takes on teachers or cops. He'll sometimes say all cops are bad or all teachers are bad. No, they're not. As someone who was raised by someone who worked in the school system, whose family and friends have worked in the school system, who's been on first name basis with multiple superintendents of schools, they're not all bad. Sometimes the system just has their hands tied, and Now, not saying there aren't bad cops, bad teachers. See, I can understand nerd. I said to my seasonal depression like it isn't like normal people get that way winter. I get that way spring because the allergies are so bad it can send me into a spiral. See, Lady Autumn, I don't mine aren't seasonal. I don't know. I remember I talked to my therapist the other day, or this. Leave me alone, Raiders. Let's see if I get a stronger gun. 5 to 7. Oh, don't have anything strong right now. See, Lady on, I can wake up. I wake up always every day, no matter what time I go to sleep, between 7 and 8. Um, uh, I and but I feel like I can I can go right back to sleep. See, mine is summer, and I've shared why and been told to get over it a couple of times. Mine is summer because July, the child that my ex and I lost would have been born, and so that month is always hard for me. Um, but I've found it hard to find my place. Let's see, Rusty, I'll sell that. She is down, yeah. Yeah. So July is always the month of July. Past few years have been hard. Has been the hardest for me because she and I didn't know we were pregnant. And I say we. I don't believe this crap. Oh, the woman is pregnant. The man isn't. Bullshit. The man is in it just as much as the woman. So we didn't realize because my ex she would take seizure medicines that would inhibit the growth hormones for babies for the fetus, and she was up in Tennessee visiting her kids. Um, and she had some stomach pains and had to go to the emergency room. And the doctor comes in saying, "You were pregnant." So she calls me, and I remember I just came from my niece's birthday party that day. It was a Saturday. And she tells me, "Need to clear some space." She tells me about it. And it just, I was speechless, and you could have knocked me over with a feather. It was true. When there's an entire life that you'll never get to experience. Um, you'll never get to teach that child how to ride a bike or take them fishing or even know if it was a boy or girl. Because she never told me. I mean, she probably knew. It's something that I share sometimes because people when they focus on the mother during all this rightly, but a lot of times the father is forgotten. You know, and sometimes as men we're expected to just suck it up and bottle up our emotions until we die of a heart attack in our 80s. Um, our mental health is sometimes belittled to the point that we decide it's over. If you catch my meaning, I don't want to use the word. And I remember. Let's see what else. And I remember going to tell my parents, about all this, and I got no response. No, how are you feeling? How do you feel about it? No, are you okay? And you know what? That pissed me off to no end. And I mentioned this a few months later to my mom's best friend, and their excuse was, we didn't know how how he would react. So you stay silent? You keep your mouth shut because you're scared? Your son was hurting. You just lost. I didn't just lose a son. You lost a grandchild, or I didn't lose just a baby. You lost a grandchild, and you don't respond to it. You don't reach out to me or the mother, and you think that's okay. You think your silence out of fear is okay? No. I needed my parents during that. And all I got was deafening silence. And once again, I was screaming for help and none came. And I don't know why I don't know why they would feel that was okay. They grew up in the 60s and 70s. What is it, just that the way their parents did it? Their parents just what's up, Castro? What's going on? We're just talking, shooting shit. But I don't think I'll ever forget the silence from them during that time. Yeah, I have some quote unquote friends that haven't spoken to me in years. I've reached out to them, stopped by their house. They know I was there because I have a ring cam. They had a ring cam. But did they ever reach out to me? No. I have messaged friends. I have called friends. No, nothing. Not much, Castro. This is just an impromptu stream. I was bored. Needed to get on here and stream. Thought I'd play some Fallout Shelter. Um, and you know, I feel that, and this is gonna stop. I feel like I've done so much for people, and I don't get any of the same in return. I I shield for people when I'm on streams. I don't get the same in return. I tell people in my real life, hey, check out these channels. And I I don't get invited on streams anymore, other people's streams anymore. Um, I, sometimes I understand why. I know I'm not an easy person. I have trouble with conveying and understanding emotions. Um, and see, right now, I know what I want to say, but I can't find the words. But doesn't that extreme procrastination feeds into the depression, and then the depression causes the procrastination? It's this vicious catch-22 little circle, Thomas, and that's part of my problem. I don't know how to end it. Thomas, you're talking about symptoms of depression, fear, um, feelings of meaningless. These are all symptoms of depression. They're all one and the same. And just I'm just I'm just tired. Guys, I'm tired. I can't count the amount of times I've put myself out there to try to find my place, only to have it end in some way beyond my control. Um, I tried multiple times running for office in school, um, joining performance groups, joining YouTube groups. Um, and all of it to end in some bad way. I mean, yeah, they can, but we need we as humans need groups. We need to be in groups. Um, we're social creatures, and we need that that feeling of community. And oh, I've been hard pressed to find it myself. Um, where are you going? Let's see where he's going over to the yep to the radio station again. I'm only a mod on one channel, and that's Shelly. She did that to annoy me. It's funny you mentioned that. Um, I actually mentioned that to my therapist, my counselor, um, last week. Uh, and I think that's going to be our next topic when. Yeah, I guess you're right about that, Castro. Um, when I have to get new glasses because driving at night is hard. With my glasses and my prescription are so old that driving at night's hard. So I about two weeks I finally got an eye appointment, and I'm gonna get some new glasses. Will hopefully help me um, with my night driving because right now if I'm driving at night, just the glare from oncoming traffic makes it nearly impossible to to drive. So when I get that, I'm gonna try to go out maybe to a bar or something. Just I don't know. It's human nature to want to feel part of a group. Yes, yes. Um, you know, my dad told me something one time, and I don't think I'll ever forget it because um, it was just horrible thing for a father to say to his son. He looked at me one time. We're in the kitchen cooking, me and him, and he looks at me and says, there are people who are meant to go about with their heads down, mouth shut, and do what they're told in their lives. And you're one of them. My own father told me I'm supposed to shut up and do what I'm told. He'll deny that now. He will deny it, saying he doesn't remember saying it. But I will never forget him saying that to me. And it's really stuck because there's a lot of times where I'll try to it I would be in groups like in college, doing projects, and I would suggest something. And I get told, "No, we're not going to do that. That's not a good idea." And then someone a few days later would suggest the same thing. Like that I like it would and pass it off as their own idea. And I finally got fed up and went to our project lead one time and said, "You are allowing this person to run ragged all over us and steal our ideas, specifically mine." And this person and who was stealing my ideas, I just finally got, I'm done with him. Maslow's hierarchy, yeah. I realized I was suffering from depression and caused my procrastination, all sorts of other issues. So the Alicar really helped with all those things I had no idea were part of depression. Yeah, I mean, depression is such a, I think, a broad term that not many, and it's been used so much. It, I don't think people know what it actually is. Oh yeah, um, I think that's one reason they're finding. A lot of people are so worried about Trump's court case in New York. You get, like, they keep saying all you need is that one person. Well, that one person better be strong-willed, because it's so you've seen so many um, courtroom dramas where the jury will go back and deliberate, and you have that one holdout, and everyone will be like, "Oh no, what? Come on, just go with the flow." Ooh, sounds like I'm broken. Yeah, yeah. And you know what? I don't know if I have an ego. I've worked with kids. When I say kids, 18, 19-year-old, 10 years younger than me. I have no problem with it because they have experience. So you found a number of trees growing near a local library. You were eating them like salad for a month. Found that combining ginkgo biloba and new pept, let it dissolve under the tongue to get it to actually work. Otherwise, it'll be destroyed digestive system. What? Yeah, Lady Autumn asks a good question. Always those two together, because in awareness, you would not believe colors at all are so much more noticed. I've never. Okay, wow. Oh, ginkgo biloba is a tree. Um, you might have him muted or something. Then Jacob, I don't know. It's not easy getting to the other side of an ego death. Hmm. So, oh, that's cool. But I'm just I'm trying to fix myself. And I wish people would understand that it's not an overnight thing. I heard, and let me, I heard an amazing thing. See, that's everyone has a little bit of ego. I don't think you can go through life without an ego. So you shouldn't be bothered if someone takes credit for your work, Jacob, that doesn't. I don't know if that makes sense or not. I don't know. Um, finally get these guys back. Get these guys back. Get them back in their positions where they need to go. But so I always put the guys with the power armor and the strongest weapons up there, up at the vault, so they can. So I don't have to worry about raiders. The color and sensory effect is only being more aware of these things. It's not actually affecting what you actually see, just the sensations are recognized and processed better, like having taken them together. Um, you know, I need a. We should. I'll look that up and I'll do a stream about ego death. That sounds like an interesting topic. Might get Shelly or someone, or even you, Jacob, to come on and talk about it. That'd be interesting. Reason I'm making you a neopet, a pept, or even just ginkgo by itself, it will give you a clarity of mind, making it far easier to figure out what you want to and need to do to fix these. And that seemed. Okay, let me. Damn roaches. See? All attacking again. Whoa, 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 whoa. And then they switch rooms before they get over. Possible to figure out before taking them to activate THE brain capacities or eliminate things that are bogging us down, giving us brain fog. Yeah, yeah. But I really want. I want to change. I want. I'm like Shelly and I have something in common. We all want to. We both want to get out of our hometowns. And I would love. I've lived on the beach all my life. Oh, I knew what you meant, Jacob. That yeah, I got it. That's a tough topic to talk about in text form like this. Yeah, no worries, dude. I got you. I was hoping. I just need a change, and I can't afford to change right now. I want to go to a city. I want to see mountains. I'm fucking Bilbo. Like, I want to see mountains again, Gandalf. I want to go someplace where I don't know what's around every damn corner. I know almost every street name in my town. I want to go someplace I don't feel that way. I want to go get lost. I'm in the county. I'm like 20 minutes from the city proper. 20, 30 minutes from the city proper, but I want to go to someplace new. And I need a car that won't fucking die on me because my car, the transmission, keep needing to check the transmission fluid. Fuck. Keep forgetting that. I want to go get lost. I want to go. I wanted to go to Houston. I'd been talking to T Rex for a few weeks when I was still working at the school. I was saving up my money to go see everyone at Anime Matsuri, but then my job fell through for unknown reasons, and I no, Jacob, you're good, dude. You're good. It's perfectly fine, man. I wanted to just a 10-minute walk from the Civic Center. I had my tickets picked out. I was just waiting for Anime Matsuri to announce their their guest list, which they still haven't done, and it's supposed to be in August. Usually, is Anime Matsuri. I had planned on going to a convention one day and meeting Yuri Lowenthal, the voice actor. He and I chat on Twitter. He's the voice. If you played the recent Spider-Man games, he's the voice of Peter Parker. He did Ben Tennyson. He did Sasuke on Naruto. He's done a lot of voice acting in anime and video games and TV. Did a couple of live action things. But one day I'm on Twitter and he posts something about Trump having a reporter who was going to confront him about something thrown off an airplane tarmac while they were waiting for Air Force One to land. I pointed out the fact that Obama had done the same thing. And we, typical Twitter spat occurs. Then randomly he comments and says, "Hey dude, are you okay?" I'm like, "What?" He responds, he's like, "I just noticed where you're from," and I had my hometown. And like I said, this was 6 months after the hurricane, so we were still hurting pretty bad. Still are to this day, but that's not the point of the story. And we got to talking, and he's a really nice guy. His wife does a lot of voice acting as well, and I said, "Yeah, we're okay. How are y'all doing during the fires?" Because this was during one of LA's summer fires. They seem to have it every other year. And his home was in the he said was in the path of one of the fires, but luckily it didn't burn down. And so for past few years, I can message him on Twitter, say, "Hey Yuri, how?" I always asked how Miss Tara is. His wife's name's Tara Platt. She's another great actress. I always ask how she's doing, and I tell him what was going on. And he'll message me probably by the end of the day. And I mentioned to him a few months ago when I lost the job at the elementary school, and how I wanted to go meet him, to go to convention to be able to meet him in person. And he said, and God bless him for this, he said, "If I'm ever at a convention near you, let me know and I'll get you free tickets." Now, the nearest conventions to me up here in Northwest Florida are usually down in Tampa or Miami, or usually Atlanta. And but it really, for him to take the time out of his life to do that, to chat with me like that, I don't think he realizes how much that means to me. Um, he- and to do it for a complete stranger is just, it shows that we can, um I believe it shows that even though we can disagree politically or socially, we can still have respect for each other. And I think that is one of the major things that, especially today, that we don't have respect. We, especially with what we see with the Israeli-Palestine conflict, there aren't there isn't any respect, but it's hard to have respect when one side thinks the other does not deserve to live. Um, I have friends who has one of my best friends has family who was there on October 7th. One of his cousins, I believe it was a cousin, she missed the paragliders by 5 minutes because she was leaving as they were coming in. She was leaving the concert as they were coming in, and she missed it by minutes. And his family has um um spent most of the last 5 or 6 months in bunkers. They've spent a lot of their time in bunkers, and it's difficult to be optimistic in this day and age. I think with everything going on. Yeah, there's more money in treatments than cures. That's for sure, Lady Autumn. Hmm. And I'm just, I just needed to come on here and chat. I uh, I always have trouble finding ideas for content on here, and thought I'd just share my little game for a little while and chat with people. My audience isn't that big, but y'all are really special to me. Um, the ones who do come, I really appreciate you just um, humoring this little channel. Um, just humoring this little nerd who comes on and shares his views on pop culture and events like this every once in a while. And I hope everyone has of a the rest of the Saturday night is good. Let me turn this off. Um, I'll be around in Discord. If anyone wants to jump in and hang out. I'm usually in a bunch of Discords like Winning, Shelly's, my own. Um, Uh, you're welcome, Lady Autumn. Uh, I think sometimes we need to be reminded that we that people are going through the same things and that we're not alone. And I needed to be reminded of things I filed away in the filing cabinet in my brain from many years ago. Blessings to you on you, sir. Yeah, thanks, Thomas. But I don't I don't apologize for the way I am. I don't apologize for the things I love. I remember about a month ago, I was on a Facebook um, page, and some guy started going on about how I like I like animation history and stuff like that. And I just I hope that my little channel, like I say, can bring some joy. Um, that can make you think, and thank you, Lady Autumn. I'm glad you're here. I might not say it enough, but I'm glad everyone's here. Oh yeah, a lot of people, they don't understand or care that their words hold a lot of weight. And it goes back to my bullying stream. If you haven't watched my bullying stream, check it out. I've discussed types of bullies that we deal with through our lives and the media's portrayal of them. And I took some examples um, of different types of bullying in shows and movies that I've seen over the years. The one I hate the most, personally, is the joking bully. The bully says, "Oh, I was just joking." The bully that hides behind humor or teasing. There's a thin line from when teasing becomes bullying. And I don't think people realize it. And it's something I've worked on. I used to be that way. I tease on people. I pick on people I liked, and they say, "Oh, I was just joking." Well, then they'd ask me to stop. Sometimes I would, sometimes I wouldn't. I'm not saying I'm not guilty of it. Yeah, bully to hurt and bully to help should be differentiated, but sometimes they're not. Um, and I go into that a lot. It's one of my live streams from about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think, or 3 or 4 weeks ago now. But so check that out. I think it's something that needs to be discussed a lot more with with people. Bullying. When a lot of times when people think of bullying, they think of school bullies, middle school, high school, and but people don't realize bullying can continue your entire life into the workforce, um, into college, and sometimes your family can be your biggest bullies. I have a older brother who would just still to this day try to torture me if he could. If he knew I would let him get away with it, that is. I remember one time I was home alone. Mom was off to church it was Wednesday. I remember because she was at church. I see my niece was just a few months old. She was crawling around. So I'm in our living room and I see my brother, his girlfriend, and the baby coming up the driveway. So I throw the blanket on the floor. And my brother is probably about 6 inches to a foot taller than me. He's got more reach on me. He's probably 5'8", 5'9". And when I was spreading out the blanket, my toes just scraped the edge of the blanket. And the way he reacted, you thought I had just taken a big dump on this blanket. And he starts pushing on me and hitting on me. And I don't know where this strength came from, where this ferocity in me came from. But I grab him by I grab him, pin his head onto the bar. We have a little bar in our kitchen / living room area, and I grab his arm, start kind of chicken winging him like a police officer, and I've said, "You will never touch me like this again. Do you understand me? You will never do it again." And it was years before he ever tried anything again. Sometimes you have to stand up to bullies. You have to fight them. I don't agree with I've mentioned zero tolerance policies in the school. I don't think that's just lazy administrating. Shelly and I have had some really in-depth conversations, and she tends to agree with me on this, I think, if I remember correctly. If you want to learn, if you want to understand zero tolerance policies or school policies in general, she's the one to ask. She's being a teacher as long as she she has an encyclopedic knowledge. Really amazing to talk to about this kind of stuff. But I just want to thank you all for being here. I didn't expect to go for an hour and a half. See, I was never neglected as a child. I had a great mother she was a teacher's aide, so she was always able to be there. Knew the system, knew when we were trying to be screwed over. Knew when teachers were trying to pull the wool over her eyes. And a lot of my teachers were like, "Oh God, here comes this kid's mother again. I don't want to deal with her." So, but my dad was a pilot, so he was always gone. Had to be away from work, as a kid, I didn't understand it. I hated him having to leave, having to be gone. As an adult now, I understand what the pain he probably went through with him having to be. Having to be away from us was just as painful for him as it was for us. So I'm going to thank you once again. Thank you all for being here. Thomas, Lady, Autumn, Jacob, Suzanne, and the few lurkers we had at one point. And like I said, like I always say, I'm the nerd of the outpost. Find your passion. Find someone you love and share with them and nerd out about it. I'm gone.
Lost in space, I found my place. Goodness, I was silent to my way. Binary code run through my veins. Every beat and beat, I feel no pain. Signing off, it's time to go. Goodbye, my nerdy friends, see you later. I know through the stars we've shared this ride, but now it's time to say goodbye, farewell.